Greetings, AP Chemistry students. Today, I just want to talk a tiny little bit about something that was at the very end of Unit 7, which was with free energy of solutions. Um, Now, there are some things with solutions that are pretty easy to figure out. For instance, when you are dissolving a salt into water, as that dissolves, you're increasing entropy because anytime you dissolve a solid into solution, that increases entropy. And then there's also energy changes that are associated with that from a thermodynamic standpoint. It requires an input of energy to break apart, if it's an ionic compound, the ions from each other or whatever intermolecular attractions are present. You also have to break apart intermolecular attractions between the water molecules. You have to break those hydrogen bonds. And then you have to form new attractions, typically ion dipole interactions between the solute and the solvent. And based off of that, you could ultimately, if you knew the magnitude of each of those, calculate the change in enthalpy for dissolving something. Um, the key thing to note, though, is that sometimes it's an endothermic process to dissolve, sometimes it's exothermic. Um, but if a substance dissolves, the Gibbs free energy for that change is positive because something's happening. And we can look, for instance, here's some water. And as I start adding some copper sulfate to that, and it starts adding, it's still dissolving, it's still dissolving, it's still dissolving, still dissolving, until suddenly we reach the point where the solution is saturated. And beyond that point, it's no longer favorable for more of it to dissolve.